How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's me, Cam from Cam's Cobb, and welcome back to another Chelsea transfer news video. Now, I haven't done one of these in about 6 months, and weirdly, the last video I did was about Haaland, so this isn't anything out of the blue, and that's basically what I'm going to be covering today. A bit of Haaland, a bit of Federico Chiesa, along with that, some more Chelsea news and bits and bobs from around Chelsea. And yeah, as I said, I haven't done a video in 6 months. Since then, we actually didn't, if you didn't know, we won the Champions League, so yeah. Well done for that. Can't wait for next season, but without further ado, let's get on with the news. Now, you have to be living under a rock if you don't know Chelsea are trying to pursue Erling Haaland, and basically whatever Roman wants, Roman gets. So I'm going to go to his first story that says Roman Abramovich has released 175 million euros, 115 million pounds, for Chelsea to try and sign Dortmund forward Erling Haaland. This was from Sports Bild, who is, you know, pretty reputable German published thing. And basically, all over Twitter, the last couple of days, is this guy called Jan. As if you didn't know, in the Kai Havertz whole saga, he was the main man. He goes, he's a journalist for Bild, who are pretty legit. So I'm going to go on by saying this was Jan on, of course, Fabrizio Romano's Twitch stream. Well done, Italy. Not so at all, has said Erling Haaland is the main target for Chelsea. They want to test Dortmund. No official bid yet, but Chelsea are checking out how much Dortmund might sell. Now, as we know, Dortmund have just sold Jadon Sancho to Man United, and they're also going to try and sign Donyell Malen from PSV. So is that replacement for Haaland or Sancho? We don't know. But, you know, one could go this way, one could go the other way. They could free up some funds, maybe. More likely, Dortmund to sell, so that's very exciting. So as you know, I don't want to lumber you down with this story, because there's going to be a lot more going on, and it's going to be heating up. And you know, if you want to be the first to hear, subscribe to the channel. I know a bit late today. I usually do it a bit earlier, but anyway, on to the next story. That story was earlier today, and that was from Fabrizio Romano, and he basically said Chiesa is untouchable. There have been many people around Twitter saying that Chelsea launched a 100 million bid for Chiesa, but my knowledge, my spidey senses are kind of telling me that's a bit of a diversion today to try and get off the Haaland news. But as you know, if this were to be true, which Fabrizio Romano said he's considered untouchable, then you know about Federico Chiesa. He's an absolute baller. I don't need to explain more. On to the next story. Now, in some more good news, there's been more pictures of Chelsea's wonderful training kit and the players coming back into pre-season, which is just very nice. As you can see, it's Tammy Abraham, Mark Gurhey, Charlie Musonda is back as well. Good things to say. And speaking of pre-season, our first game will be against Peterborough on Saturday. It's going to be behind closed doors, like it was against QPR, I remember last year, where Loftus-Cheek scored a hat-trick. They're not going to film that, but they will be filming the next game, which is Chelsea versus Bournemouth. And it says here will be free to watch on the website and app, which is good. So we can get our little Chelsea fix for free, unlike Arsenal having to pay £8 for them to lose 2-0 to Hibernia. So difference in clubs, if you know what I mean. And Chelsea are going to be playing Tottenham later on. The tickets for that for the members come out on tomorrow. I'll be trying to get that. And if I do a little match vlog, you know how it is. So I'll be trying to get that and just see the Chelsea for the first time in a long time. So yeah, that's the video. I like to keep it short and sweet. Of course, there's going to be more Haaland news coming every day. I thought it's the summer. I got to bless you with some transfer news. Almost a year on when I started last year with all the Havertz saga. But yeah, I want to keep on top of the Haaland thing. Get you updated. If you can subscribe, that would be great. See you next video. Adios.